Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, Mike the Win, King Dingbat here, and welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast. What is going on, everybody? We're one day away from Eagles Giants, and of course, I'm with Joey Shakes, the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast. Joey, what's happening, my man?
Not much, man. I'm getting prepared. You know, I thought this was another slow week for me. I don't know, maybe because I'm just too busy all week because of the holidays. But it's finally going to be here tomorrow. Our first division matchup with the New York Giants on Sunday at MetLife. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. Oh man, it's a big game for the Eagles. There's no question about it. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat, in both chats. I see Jersey Dolphins, Damian, Myram, Eagles Nation, William. What's going on? I am Ruiz, Student Review, Jadis Young, Eagles, Mavericks here. It's hard to see Maverick now because I don't see the angry faces this year. You know,
Good sign.
Clark Roberts, it is. What is going on, everybody? And anybody I'm missing, Twits. What's going on, Dynasty? Dave, East Camden for life.
You.
What is going on, everybody? How you guys all doing? System of the Knot, Frank, George, Sakaro, all you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Dude, all I can say is this is a monster game for the Eagles because primarily you've got the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings breathing down our neck. That, to me, is the bigger thing. It's not like the Eagles could survive a loss to the Giants, but these teams are right on our neck, dude. They are right behind us, you know?
Yeah, you talk about the first seed. I mean, we have to kind of stay in the front runners for that with the Vikings, like you said, right on our neck. Obviously, Dallas a couple games behind, so we got to start putting in that work, getting these wins up, and obviously going down to that, that game on Christmas Eve is going to be a big one. So we have to make sure we win these games between Giants and the Bears the next couple weeks before we hit that game.
Yeah, man, it's going to be huge. It's a huge game. And, of course, Dallas is playing Houston, and I was watching a bunch of Dallas creators tonight live streaming, talking. They're all saying we're going to score 50 points. I'm like, man, it must feel really good. I didn't know they had that high power of an offense. I don't understand these people. Ant-Man, what's going on, my man? How are you? Now, listen, there's two big – here you go, 11-1 frauds. How can you be 11-1 and be a fraud? I don't understand that, especially when we already beat your team. We already beat the best, we beat the number 2 seed in the whole conference. So I don't know, man. You guys are crazy. But two big things to talk about. I want to talk about right off the bat. Okay, first thing is Avonte Maddox is activated. I think this is absolutely humongous because I'm not scared of the Giants' passing attack at all. But the one guy that teams have picked on has been Josiah Scott.
Yeah.
You know, what are your feelings and thoughts about Avonte coming back?
Well, no, it's about time he's back. I mean, we've been missing that with him. I mean, look, it's not saying Josiah Scott is, unfortunately, we don't really have good depth at nickel corner, and that's just the truth to it all. I mean, McPherson doesn't play inside. He's more of an outside guy. So, I mean, look, I think as a role player, Josiah Scott's fine, but I don't think he's perfect. I just, it is what it is. But finally, you're getting Avonte Maddox back. Really help us on those slants. Really help us on, because a lot of times with these matchups every single week, they've been putting those outside receivers inside and really getting that matchup they want. So with Maddox coming back, it's going to be a very big time of him coming back. So very excited.
Oh yeah, it's huge. And then of course the other thing is there's rumors out there. I don't want to say this is legit, but there's some guys from ESPN and stuff saying like Saquan Barkley is legitimately 50-50. Like he's a game time decision. And if he doesn't play, that's checkmate right there, dude. It's checkmate right there.
Yeah.
They got no shot without Saquon Barkley.
No, I mean, regardless of like having Darius Slayton, like that's like the last bit of what they have left in that offense to really kind of, make something happen with that run game with Saquon Barkley. And if he has a neck injury, and this is a team with the New York Giants that can get to the playoffs. So what do you do? Do you play him? Do you not play him? You got to be very careful, man. You don't want to lose Saquon Barkley later in the year. So, I mean, they already had a tie last week, which really hurt both teams, Washington and the Giants, which is a big win for the Eagles and Cowboys. But, we'll see what happens.
I have to assume that they lost 2 games going into that Washington game, right? So I assume that this is a must-win situation for them. So if Barkley can go, I don't care if he has like half a neck hanging off of his head, he's going to play, dude. You know what I mean? He might be the headless horseman by the time this game's over. But I don't see any way in which Barkley doesn't play. Eagles Landed says, "Let's get the dub. Number 12, fly Eagles fly." Yeah, this is a big win. I did a video today, and I was talking about. I kind of just went over Minnesota, Dallas, and the Eagles' schedule, because I look at those 3 teams and I think out of all the teams that still have a legitimate shot at a number 1 seed, I think those would be the 3 teams. I think San Francisco, it's a little hard. We pretty much would have to lose out and they'd have to win out. It'd be hard for them. But if you look at Minnesota, you look at Dallas, I mean, their schedules aren't world beaters either. So it's very important to not lose right now.
Yeah, very important. Definitely.
Yeah. And is there anything, when we talk about the Giants, is there anything that scares you about this game?
I mean, I think it's just maybe Wink Martindale just giving more pressure on Hurts. I mean, I think that's really the only thing. I mean, I think you got to shut down Saquon Barkley regardless if he's playing. And if he's playing, I wonder if it's going to be like a low snap count for him. Maybe they're not going to have him. Maybe him and Breida will kind of share the reps a little bit, maybe. But I think it's Martindale. Like Martindale had his press conference the other day, and he was asked, someone asked, "How do you slow A.J. Brown down?" And he said, "Any ideas?" He said it looked like they have T.O. back there. That's what he said.
It does.
And Jalen Hurts is a big improvement from last year to this year. So I think they're going to blitz the crap out of Jalen Hurts as much as possible.
Yeah,
so
they are.
That's the only thing I really worry about.
They are. And if it's successful, everybody's going to copy it right away. Remember, you remember that old game with Minnesota where we played them? It was like giant snowstorm. There was just this giant snowstorm. It got delayed the game to Tuesday, and then we played them. This is when we had Vic, and they shut our offense down. And after that game, everybody copied them the rest of the year. So they will. But I think where the Giants are going to have problems, I think he's going to beat that blitz. I think he can beat it with his arm. I think he can beat it with his legs. I mean, Detroit blitzed him a lot, and he got out of a lot.
Yeah. If they don't,
Bradbury. Go ahead.
Yeah, if they don't account for Jalen Hurts, they're going to pay for it. That's what happens. You blitz Jalen Hurts. If you don't account for him and can't get him down and has an open lane, it's over.
Right. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And then of course Bradbury is going to get his opportunity for revenge. I'm calling this right now. Bradbury will have at least an interception tomorrow, maybe even a pick 6, dude. I feel it, dude. I think Bradbury's going to go off. He's going to make them pay. I think so anyways,
I think so.
My feelings are this, I kind of see this game similar to the Tennessee Titans game in terms of strategy. You have to shut down Saquon Barkley, right? You want the Giants to have to throw the ball. You're not really scared of their weapons in the receiving game. I'm just not. And then, the only difference is I think Tennessee's much better against the run than the Giants. Giants give up, I think, 5.1 yards of carry. So Miles Sanders could have a big game tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, we've already heard rumors of it's supposed to be really bad weather apparently in New York. It's supposed to be bad weather. We know that turf isn't great. A lot of players get hurt on that turf, which isn't good either. So got to come out of that game healthy. But when you talk about the pass rush, you talk about the Giants defense, if their 4-man front can't get to Jalen Hurts, and they have 2 backup corners right now. They got 2 starting corners out. So I think they lose either way. They double on a player. They double on Avonte. They double on A.J. Brown. It's just not going to go well. They can't play man-to-man with what they have with that secondary right now. So depending on the weather, the wind, and everything like that, I think the Eagles have the upside of this game.
So let me ask you something. Do you think that the performance the Eagles had last time they were up there in the Meadowlands, do you think that is going to play a factor in Jalen Hurts' mind? Do you think he remembers that game from last year?
Well, yeah. Well, Nick Sirianni, apparently that picture of Mulata with his hand on Jalen Hurts' back when he was kind of, hunched over after.
Classic picture.
Obviously, that was a big pivotal moment because Rager had 2 chances to win that game and drop both balls. So, I think it's a reminder that, you got to be there for each other and, remember what happened last year, that it's not going to happen again. And I liked how he had that in the NovaCare complex all week, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
So.
Timothy Jenkins says Daniel Jones will run all over y'all. Now, listen, I think that's, to say that he's going to run all over us is kind of ridiculous. But I will say, though, the second thing I'm concerned about with this game is Saquon Barkley 1, Daniel Jones running 2, because he has killed us with his legs in the past. He's killed us even though he trips over his own feet because he has evolution toe. But it's a concern. If you look at Tannehill early in that game, he converts a 4th and 7 running the ball. He was getting out of the pocket with his legs, so that is a legitimate issue.
Yeah, but I think he's a lot more athletic than Tannehill. Tannehill looks slower than
he's faster
than pancake syrup. That's how slow he is.
Yeah, I think Tannehill's a better passer though, and I'm not a big Tannehill guy.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Chris Scott says great bet tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, we're taking out Pizzle tomorrow. Philly 500, easy win. Make Pizzle change that logo on his championship belt to the Eagles logo before giving it to you. I'll fix it myself. I'm getting his belt. He's got a championship belt made just for him. I'm taking that, Joey. I'm taking it.
You're gonna take it.
It's a risky bet, dude. It's a risky. My dad was not happy with that bet. He let me know. I was like, it's all gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be fine.
A couple days, I'll be drinking eggnog, sitting back, and I'll watch Pizzle destroy my channel. What can I do? Radiation Boss, thank you for super chat. He goes, "What's up, Joey and 500? Jalen and Bradbury get revenge tomorrow against the only team I truly hate. Go Birds! Dallas still stinks." I love it, man. I love this comment. The only team I truly hate, but he's still got to throw in Dallas still stinks, right? That's still got to get in there. And thank you for super chat. Jalen Hurts never beat Dak Prescott. That's all right. It'll happen. It'll happen. Dude, you Cowboy fans are crazy. Oh my God, I can't wait. Cowboys have an easy game tomorrow. I mean, the Texans it's like a joke,
They're switching quarterbacks. I think they're switching to their draft pick. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about another team. Sorry. Squash that.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if they lost. I mean, that would be like the ultimate choke season is here.
Yeah.
Kyle says, yeah, Prescott never beat Rodgers, but Jalen Hurts did. Yeah, all that. He never beat him. He never beat them. This guy didn't do that. All that stuff is crap. Every year is a different year. It doesn't play any part in the previous year. This is what I don't understand about Cowboy fans. Like, just because let's say you beat a team by more points than we beat a team doesn't mean that you're better, because each matchup each week is different. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. Underdog Chance, what's going on? He goes, 8,500. And Joey, do you think Bradbury wants to come back or go somewhere else? I think first and foremost, if I'm being honest, I think my feeling is he likes playing with the Eagles. He's enjoyed it, but he's got to get that paycheck. He's got to get that one last big paycheck. And if the Eagles are willing to do it, he would do it in a second.
Yeah, he had a press conference it was an after practice press conference or whatever, like a couple of days ago. And he mentioned like about free agency and stuff, and said, if the Eagles, the Eagles have to be interested in bringing me back. There's a few stipulations, which obviously it's probably going to be money. And that's going to be a big decision, because you're already, I think Chauncey Gardner, I think we've already agreed with Chauncey Gardner Johnson will get that first extension, other than the obviously the Jalen Hurts extension. And, hopefully maybe Bradbury will be number 2. So I'm number 3. Who knows?
NC Street News says the Eagles have only beaten 2 playoff teams this year. I can tell you right off the bat that's not true. Dallas was a playoff team last year, were they not? Arizona, didn't Arizona go to the playoffs? I can't remember if Arizona went to
I
the playoffs.
thought they were, but I could be wrong.
But it doesn't matter. Even if you take Arizona out there, Tennessee went to the playoffs last year. And Minnesota Vikings, I don't know if Minnesota went to the playoffs. I have to think about that. But who gives a shit? What does that have to do with this year? They beat Dallas. They beat Minnesota. Minnesota
Last year don't matter.
Seed in the conference.
No,
last year has no impact on this year. The sooner you Cowboy fans realize that, the better you're off. The better off you are, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. So we have a totally different team than last year. So Carol says, all I know is Jordan Davis is back on the defensive line. It's a wrap. I mean, he didn't play that many snaps, but when he did play, he made an impact, you know? I thought he did.
What the hell?
What's wrong?
I thought I saw something. I'm good. I thought I saw something.
You saw a pussycat.
Yeah.
Duncan Wright, thank you for super chat. He goes, the brothers screwed us. Ha ha ha. He did. Wait till you see this year meltdown by the Cowboys. You know? Oh, Buzzology said he's just an idiot. Ignore him. Oh, I like them. I like the stupid comments. Stupid is a stupid does.
Think about this. AJ Brown needs 50 yards to reach 1,000 yards. Miles Sanders needs 76 to reach 1,000. Jalen Hurts needs 60 in passing to reach 3K. Okay. Reddick needs a sack. Yeah, he needs 60. Reddick needs a sack, become the first player in NFL history to have 10 plus in 3 straight years with 3 different teams.
Wow, and that's 3 different teams.
Hell yeah.
You know? Ray Brinson, man, thank you for the super chat, man. We appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And we got 487 people in here on both channels. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. Click the link in the description and go sub up my man Joey Shakes. If you're on my channel, sub him up. But yeah, what the hell were we talking about? I just lost my mind. Train of thought.
I don't think you started.
The yardage.
Yes, the yardage.
So Hurts hits his tomorrow. I think Miles hits his tomorrow. I think they all 3 are going to hit.
Yeah, I think they all will.
And the funny thing is with Hassan Reddick, I said if he gets double-digit sacks, if he gets 10 sacks, he's worth the contract. So he's going to pay off. And they don't even use him enough in rushing. He could have another 3 or 4 sacks, dude. I really believe that. You know? And, it's crazy. It's really crazy. What's crazy is that Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown have the same amount of receptions, but 200 yards different.
Yeah, Smith has 711 right now, 61 receptions, 711 yards. So he's less than 300 away from hitting 1K.
Yeah, he's going to hit one. They're both going to hit 1K, I think. Let's see. These fools like bringing up past we ain't the same team last year. Yeah, every
that's how it is.
Is every year is different. You know, it's not the same teams, you know? So I don't understand that line of thinking. I don't get it, you know? And if we're going to have to, like, really dive into it, I just go back to the fact that, yeah, you beat the Colts, but it was 2-point game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. What was so great about that performance?
Right.
Godzilla, thank you for super chat. He says, going to my first game tomorrow, Seahawks, Panthers. Your country is bloody cold, guys. Oh, thank you, man. Well, thank you for being here in our country.
It is cold.
Yeah, it gets cold this time of year. Unfortunately, where I'm at, it's not. It's like only in the 50s. I wish it would get colder. I like the cold when it's this time of year, you know. So we'll see. Oh, we got a Viking fan in here. How about that? Viking fans are monitoring. I've noticed it in my like comments and stuff. They're there. They're watching. They're watching and praying that we're going to slip up. They need us to slip up 2 games, you know. Skull Viking says, as a Viking fan, praying for the Philadelphia and Dallas loss. Skull, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure you guys are. Now, I think I got a feeling they're going to lose tomorrow. They play Detroit in Detroit.
That might be a tough one.
I think that's a tougher game, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, but the Eagles have to keep going.
The Vikings have so they have the Lions tomorrow at 1. They have the Colts home. They have the Giants home. They have the Packers away, and then they have the Bears away. That's the rest of their schedule.
That's their schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Giants game is interesting. You know, that may be a tough, but
Christmas Eve.
They should win most of their games. If they beat Detroit tomorrow, they might run the house. So I mean, this is crazy, dude. You're an 11-1 team and you have no room to slip up. Absolutely no room. It's crazy. Usually by now you have two. We're talking about, all right, 2 more wins and this thing is a wrap. But they're right on our ass.
Yeah.
Milton says, thanks for the great stream, my boys. Eggnog and blunt time, yo. There you go. Side note, Philly Shakes. What do you think about Trey Turner fighting to the Fightings? Go Birds, Bradbury pick. Got a whip. I think it's a great pickup. Absolutely great pickup. My only question now is what about the pitching going forward? That's really where
I thought they picked up a couple pitchers. I forgot who they were. I know they picked up somebody, but I don't know if it's anybody crazy.
That's what they need.
Yeah,
especially depth wise. Philly and Oz, what's going on, man? He goes, if I was a conspiracy theorist, which I am, me too, I would say the reason for our success is that Barnett hasn't played this season.
I totally forgot about, dude. I haven't even.
That's mind-altering thought.
I thought you froze for a second.
Oh, that just blew my mind,
dude. I totally forgot he wasn't even playing, dude.
That just blew my reality up.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I think he could be right. Wow. I think I'm with him, dude. I think I'm with him.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, that blows my mind. Wolf in the Sheepskin says Blankenship is a beast. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Blankenship so far?
He's played fine. He's played good. He's played good. Like I have no issue. You know what I mean? Like just he only had his first game starting a full game. So let's just see what happens. I mean, you had Chauncey put out a tweet I think this morning saying I'll be back soon. So I know he's eligible to come back for that Saints game. So he's probably eyeing that game to come back.
Yeah.
Really badly.
As long as we get him back for the playoffs, that's what I care about, Underdog Champ says, Philly 500, did you talk to Mark Holmes about your bet with Pizzle so it's not void? So Pizzle's going to come on my channel tomorrow. And the only way he would do it is if Mark Holmes does not stream me, because him and Mark are at war. I did talk to Mark. Mark volunteered not to do it, and I respect that. So we're good to go.
Nice.
Yeah. See, MG says Commanders will return from the bye week nice and healthy to knock off the Eagles. Well, they don't play the Eagles. Oh, the Eagles, the Commanders will. How are the Commanders going to get a bye week and play the Eagles? The Eagles played them twice already.
Yeah, right.
But they do play Dallas. That could be a tough game for Dallas. Yeah. Who's spam? I keep seeing spam comments. No spamming.
It must be you. Maybe I think it's you.
No spamming. If you're trying to get me to see something, I don't mind if you type something, over again until I see it. That's fine, but just don't flood it. Spread it out a little bit. MP says 500. I demand Pizzle include the baby doll whistle. I don't want anything that his mouth has been on. Pause or no pause. I don't know which one that is.
Just pause it.
Ramal says, "Yo, 500. Why didn't we get enough respect? We are 11-1. People still taking either Cowboys or Vikings. The NFC. Oh, did you see this whole thing on ESPN where they had the best chance to go to Super Bowl?
It was like 30% for the Eagles.
It was 30. It was 50% for the Cowboys. What planet are these people on? I don't understand. The Eagles always get disrespected, dude. They always get disrespected. You know what I mean? It's just, and I'm okay with it. Like if the Eagles are 7-point favorites and everybody's talking that they're going to win a Super Bowl, I get literally uncomfortable.
Well, just think about it. This is like the first year the Eagles had really good. I mean, there's been, I would say there's been more praise than there have been bad things said. But and I think since the Cowboys aren't talked about as much like they are every single year, and this is the first year where they're not being talked about that much, it hurts their feelings a little bit. I think that's just the truth to it.
Until the Minnesota game. Then they started talking about him. But I actually saw something monumental last week. Cowboy fans don't want to talk about it, but that Tennessee Titans game, the way we beat the crap out of the Titans, That literally shook the Cowboys fan base. They got really quiet. And then they've spent all week trying to convince themselves that they're great because of the way that Colts game ended. But I think they're scared of us, man. I think they're scared.
I didn't have that game going the way it did. That game, I mean, really before the schedule, like when the schedule came out, we were kind of aiming at that game to be like the meat and potato of the schedule. Like that game was supposed to be like, may have been a tough one to be maybe a loss. That and the Cardinals game was probably supposed to be a loss, which we kind of thought.
The problem I see with teams, okay, is I think that if you can't score points, you're going to have a problem with the Eagles. Because the Eagles can score on you. It's like you shut the run down, they can throw. You shut the passing game down, they can run. So the Eagles can beat you multiple ways. And if you don't have an offense that scores points, I think you're going to have a problem. I think that's what happened to Tennessee. I think that's what should happen to the Giants tomorrow. And I honestly think ultimately that's going to be the problem with the Cowboys, is that they don't have the passing game that they think they have when they go up against the Eagles. Because they let too many of their weapons go. I'm just being honest.
Well, and I think a big part of that game too for the offense for the Cowboys is that Dak is not running as much like he did in the past too. If you notice too, he was more of a read, kind of like Jalen Hurts in a read option and would take and would run a lot. He's not running as much. I think they would be more explosive if they did that, but I don't think they're going in that direction. They really want to use Tony Pollard. They really want to use Zeke as much as possible and then sprinkle in that passing game with what they have. So
yeah. I'm trying to catch up to these. I am so far behind his chats, man. I apologize. Let me catch up here. So if I missed any of your comments, I'm sorry, guys. It's like just way behind. J.D. Jones at 16-1, 15-2, Eagles and Vikings playoff. I love seeing that, but the Vikings need to lose. They absolutely need to lose. That will help us a lot. I mean, listen. Even let's say for example, let's say Dallas wins the next two games, which I expect them to. And let's say the Eagles slip up between the Giants or the Bears. I don't care. But let's say they lose one. Well, if you still, when the Eagles still play the Cowboys, that game will clinch the division. It's still going to clinch it.
Yeah, right.
Because if the Eagles win, they got the tiebreaker. So that Dallas game is for clinching the division. And if Minnesota slips up a little bit, it could be to clinch the whole thing.
Yeah, early as possible would be great.
Yeah.
Be great. The Jets almost had that game, man. They're on the 2-yard line.
Gosh,
they did 4 plays and couldn't get it in, man. Sucked.
Yep. Chris Scott says the Eagles will have to beat the 85 Bears, 72 Dolphins, the 2012 Seahawks to get respect. It's unreal. It's so true. It's so true. Eagles offense is like Burger King. Have it your way, run pass, quarterback getting free. Yeah, exactly, Ted. I mean,
so true.
I that's why I kind of think now the Giants are different in that you're playing a division rivalry, but I think it's going to present itself a lot like last week's game because I think it's the same thing. The Eagles can score points, and can your offense when they have to throw the ball keep up with the Birds? I don't think they can.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. Fact says, fact, Clown Boys are 24th against the run, and the Eagles are number 1 against the pass. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be interesting. What do you think about the reserve, the crash test Covey? I mean, dude, I'm expecting a punt return tomorrow for a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I think one's going to happen soon. I think it's going to happen soon. Like, I think the blocking's a lot better. I think Covey's vision. Maybe is it really maybe Covey's vision, or do you? I mean, I think I'm not going to get too far into it because we're gonna like think maybe it's not Covey, but I think half it has been Covey. I think half it's been the blocking, bringing that guy up Ellis from the practice squad to the active roster. I don't know what happened. Like, was that guy a gem for special teams? They didn't know about it, or I don't know what happened, but that guy was making plays at linebacker and special teams. So I think Covey's going to play better as long as, they kick, they get a kick in the ass with this special teams unit a little bit. He should bring one back soon.
You know what I think? I think the game's slowing down for him. I think it's slowing down. And if you look at the way he hit when he gets a punt, like sometimes when he gets a punt, he looks up, he looks around, and he tries to figure out where he's going to go. If you watch a couple of his returns, he just goes. He catches it and he boom north. He's headed north fast. And I think that makes a big difference, dude. I think it makes a huge difference, you know. Philly Talk Podcast, shout out to Mike. What's happening? He goes, 500. We need you to put Pizzle in his place. Oh, it's happening tomorrow, believe me. I cannot wait for tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Pizzle is going to have to send me that belt. That's all I want. Send me that belt. Let me see what's going on here. No. Cowboys haven't won Super Bowl. Yeah, no. Make sure you guys don't time people out for ridiculous stuff, please. I don't care how annoying they are. 500. If the Eagles walk over the Giants tomorrow, do you think the weak schedule chatter will finally come in? No. It'll be the Giants aren't that good. The Giants have no offense.
Yeah.
They did blah blah. Because it was supposed to end after Tennessee. We were told for weeks that when you play Tennessee and Derrick Henry, you're gonna get total lessons.
That was gonna be our downfall.
And that was gonna be our downfall, and everybody was gonna know how to beat us. And look what happened. So I don't think it'll end until the Eagles win a Super Bowl. I mean, even we won a Super Bowl 2017. We heard the whole year they had an easy schedule. The whole year.
Right.
KJ Smith, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, hey, do you all remember Philly legend Travis Fulgham? Yeah. TS13.
The savior.
Yes, making 13, the number 13 great again is what I say. Yes. But the thing is, you know, you could say any great team has a weak schedule when they're better than everybody they're playing, but you can't hold that against them.
Right.
You know? Philly Big Dog says, would you rather trade for Josh Jacobs next year or sign Miles Sanders? You gotta pick one. I want Miles back.
Yeah. That'd be the why would you sign a totally different running back, a brand new running back? I mean, statistically, Jacobs is playing better, but Sanders is like, that's our guy, man. How can you not re-sign him?
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see here. So I'm trying to think about this game. Like, it looks like Quez is playing, right? It looks like because your wife's playing. Yeah, they were full practice. They're go. You think Nakobe Dean? Let's talk about Dean because Dean had a great game last. Do you think he's going to get more playing time?
No, I don't.
Really, you don't think so?
Do I think I mean, would it hurt to put him in some packages? No, I don't think it would hurt at all. But do I think they're going to do it? No.
Really?
No.
See, I think he's going to get more time. I think he's a guy that I would put out in the field and maybe almost spy Daniel Jones sometimes because he's fast.
He was amazing. He was amazing.
He really was. You know, he really was. Mike says, Philly, I'm a little upset. I have to work tomorrow. We'll be listening, but I'm not so excited to hear Piz the entire game crying or not. Oh, I understand. This is one of those, you know, it comes around only once in a lifetime type thing. So I had to do it. But we'll be all right. Believe me.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing more me talking than him because he's going to be sad. Jose Davis Super Chat goes, NFL teams don't understand the Eagles are locked in. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. There's no indication from anything I hear of Hurts or anything that he's taking any team for granted or anything. Like, he is focused, dude. I love it. I love his attitude. You know,
do you still worry about Jonathan Gannon and relying on a 4-man pass rush and trying to have 7-8 guys in coverage? Are you still worried going forward?
Worry about Jonathan Gannon. Yeah, it's not going to change. You know, but I tell you what, to me, the big reason why he was successful, his defense last week, is he didn't show respect to the same level with Tannehill and that Titans offense. In that passing game, if he treats Daniel Jones in that passing game the same way, they're going to shut him down. He has the players to do it. It's just, you know, you can't give these guys too much respect, you know?
Yeah, true.
Dave does what's happening. He says, big balls, 500. Man, way to stay way to step up and take that insane bet. I had to do it. I figured, okay, a couple days on my channel, I can survive that. But if I get that belt from him, I took his soul. I took his soul.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah. Odell Beckham Jr. got his ring, doesn't care. He will be moved. So what's the deal? What is even the deal with Odell Beckham? Like, he went and visited Dallas. Then Dallas, did you see this? They leaked stuff that his knee may not be good, or he may have problems.
They like catered to him like he was going to a 5-star restaurant, like to a 5-star hotel. They were catering him. They were walking with him. They brought him to the Mavericks game that night. I mean, I think he stayed at Jerry Jones's house too. I think he did that.
Did he really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I don't know. Somebody put out a tweet. I don't know if it was like a doctor or it was something related to somebody that knows closely to his situation. I mean, look, they didn't throw any passes to him, nothing. Like, you didn't see any video of him, Dak throwing some passes to him or nothing. So something must have happened. But you were right, okay, because you talked about not even a year removed from ACL surgery. Now it says that he's not going to be ready for another 5 weeks. Like, dude, take the year off. Like, just take the year off. Like, what are you in a rush to come back and get a multi-year deal contract? This just makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, that's why if the Dallas Cowboys went out and got him and brought him in, it's not going to help them. And then people are going to be like, oh, he stinks, he should retire. He needs that whole year to come back. And then, like, I would be more scared of Odell Beckham Jr. next year more than this year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so boy, Joe Higashi legit late kicks. 500. What's up, Tubby? 500. And Joey Fatboy Shakes. Mother humper. How goes the Oreos and cheesesteaks? Oh, so good. But Hurts ain't it. Past second round of playoffs. Win, booze, lose, wedgies. Boy, is chat, remember? You with the wedgies, dude.
Yeah, that's
what the hell
obsessive.
just happened? Hold on. Oh, hold on. My computer acting weird. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think that Odell Beckham, it sounds like he might end up with the Giants, dude.
Yeah,
there's like
the rumors. I mean, who knows? Like, I've talked about this a million times. Like, the Cowboys, this whole thing with the Cowboys could have been leverage, like using them as leverage to get more interest from other teams because he's visiting and there's video on him visiting, and who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Philly Wyatt says, "What's up, my man? How are you?"
Come on, dude.
Let's see. Saquon's going to have 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay. I guess that'll go up with Derrick Henry's 250 yards. Right? What did he have? 30 carries? Listen, Saquon Barkley has killed us in the past.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley's good. It's a concern of mine. But how are the Giants' defense going to stop the Eagles' offense? That's the question to me, because if the Eagles are scoring touchdowns every drive, they're going to take that running game out of the game quickly. And once you do that, it's checkmate,
Mm-hmm.
And if it's wet out there and it is raining, I like Daniel Jones to cough up the ball at least twice.
I could see it happening.
I
could see it happening.
So we'll see. MG said Henry and the Titans were going to destroy everybody said that they were going to destroy us.
Every
that
week.
was such an impressive win. Yeah. Do you expect Jordan Davis to get even more snaps this week? Because I want him up at the 40% range.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Yeah, I think so. I think as the weeks go on, but I definitely want to keep Linval and Sue and Linval have really made a difference. I mean, God knows like what teams would have done us if they weren't even on the line right now. But the depth at DT is great right now, even with Jordan Davis back. It's great.
Yeah. So Daniel Jones will be a problem regardless if Saquon's hurt. How?
Who does he have to rely on? But where's their?
How?
Who can he rely on though? Like Darius Slayton? Like that's
Daniel Jones statistics. Go ahead. Daniel Jones thrown 11 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. What's so scary about 11 touchdowns through 12 games? He's throwing less than a touchdown a game.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Defense, bro. His legs scare me. Okay. What scares me about the Giants is Saquon Barkley and that he can run. The other thing is that they're a scrappy team. They hang around with teams. And that scares me, but I'm not. Daniel Jones doesn't scare me Like, what's he going to beat us with?
And these injuries are hurting. Oh yeah, look, Kenny Galladay. I mean, Wandale Robinson's out. I mean, Darius Slayton's I think he's the only receiver over 300 yards. Like, I think he's the only receiver. Yeah,
that's all they got. They traded their first round wide receiver, Kadarius Toney. They traded him. They traded him after 1 year. Remember, they said that. Oh, we didn't want Devontae Smith. Yeah. We wanted Kadarius Toney all along.
Should have been a second round pick. I've been saying that.
Yeah, you know. Quite. I don't know how. What's his name say? How do you pronounce that name? Quite. Philly. I don't like the Giants turf mixed with the rain. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like the turf either. But there's no reason the Eagles should lose this game.
No,
you know. Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau's starting to show, man. He's a player.
He looks good. He looks really good.
He's going to be good, and I think he's going to. He could be a problem tomorrow. You know. But I got to think the Eagles knew how to they shut down Parsons.
Yes.
They'll shut down him. I think they'll do fine. Aggie Pride says, Baby Vic about to run all over y'all. Who's Baby Vic?
Jalen Hurts.
It's Jalen Hurts? Oh,
yeah. Do you think Hurts is going to be using his legs a lot more in this game? If they're
blitzing, I do. If they keep blitzing, I think he's going to take off. Now, if you blitz and he breaks it and he gets through that first layer with the line of scrimmage, who's going to be there? There's going to be nothing there. So he's going to have huge chunks of yards to run. Remember in that Vic game? Remember the game the Eagles did the Deshaun Jackson punt return?
Yeah.
If you remember that game, they were blitzing the crap out of Vic. They were blitzing him. And in the fourth quarter, he started to take off with his legs. That got them back in the game. He killed them. I think Jalen Hurts is cool and collective. He can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs. It's a scary team. That's why I'm saying the teams that beat the Eagles, and if you look at the way Washington beat the Eagles, they controlled the time of possession. The Eagles had the ball 7 minutes the whole first half. You have to keep the offense off the field, have long, sustained drives. Because if you don't, and the Eagles score, you're in trouble. So you have to be able to score points, or you have to keep that offense off the field. Can the Giants do that? That's the question. They're going to have to be able to. Saquon Barkley has to have 25 carries at least. Now, if he doesn't play, if Barkley really doesn't play, let's say some reason he don't play, I don't see how they beat him. I don't see how they beat us.
Right.
So, I don't even think the Giants score a lot of points, do they? They average like 20 points a game or something, maybe even less. They don't score a lot of points. Kyle Pizzle probably going to leave the stream. He won't leave the stream. He'll just be very quiet. Hey, yo, Philly 500, it's your friend T. Green from Louisiana representing the Cowboys. Good luck tomorrow against the Giants. Thank you. But can't wait to see y'all Christmas Eve. Let's go Cowboys. Yeah, listen, that Cowboys game is going to be epic. It's going to be great Christmas Eve. But here's the thing. There's a good likely chance that the Eagles got to play Dallas two more times. Like, we could legitimately meet them in the playoffs, dude.
Crazy.
Like, I mean, if you look at how it's going, I think you could possibly see the Cowboys come to Philly. It could happen.
Yeah.
Now, that's if they don't choke and they can actually win a playoff game. That's a whole other thing, Because let's say the Eagles are the number one seed, and let's say Dallas is a wild card team, right? That means they have to go on road to a division winner. So that means they have to go. They wouldn't go to Philly. They wouldn't go to Minnesota, most likely. They would have to go. Who's the worst division team? That's probably going to be like Tampa. So they would have to probably go to Tampa or Seattle.
Yeah, but how do you play? But how do you play like a division rival like a third time and try not to show all your cards, like, and really change the game plan after playing them two times already?
That's scary.
It's got to be tough.
I think playing a division team is always a scary proposition. It is. When you play a division team three times is always scary. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember, but when the year the Giants won one of their Super Bowls, they had lost to Dallas twice and had to go into Dallas. Dallas was number one seed, and they beat them. It's hard to beat a team three times in a row. It definitely is. But we could definitely see Dallas in the playoffs if they can win a playoff game. What's up, Kathy? Good luck tomorrow, guys. Parsons actually got 2 sacks on Danny Dimes. He got 2 sacks on him. He got 0 against Jalen Hurts, though. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Tom says Dallas will play Tampa, beat them, and definitely play the Eagles in round 2. It could happen. I mean, Tampa Bay looked like crap.
Horrible.
Looked like crap.
They look horrible.
They looked horrible. And then all of a sudden, like with 4 minutes left of the game, they come back and win.
But you know what?
God!
But you know what? I mean, yeah, that was a great comment. That really helped us. With now the Eagles have the 5th overall pick, but playoff Tom Brady is a different Tom Brady going into the playoffs. It's a different man. That team is different in the playoffs.
Well, you know what happened? He got a new girlfriend, I think. And once he got a new girlfriend, he started to focus in, dude. But I don't sweat Tom Brady this year, man. I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't sweat him. I really think that the whole key is the home field. Just get the home field. I don't think Tampa's that good. So it's interesting. Seattle's interesting. Seattle's a team. I think. Let's say Dallas played Seattle. I think Seattle would win that game at home, but I don't think Seattle could win on the road. You know, home field is just home field is just too important, dude.
I think Seattle could knock out Washington in the wild card. I think that could be close to happening. I think that tie really it made things a lot tighter for the Giants and
team?
Washington. I think Seattle could jump into that wild card spot. I think they can knock Washington out. I think they're only a game behind.
That's right. I'm sorry. I was treating them like a division. They're not a division winner. They're 49ers.
Right.
So Dallas would have to play Tampa or 49ers. They have no shot versus the 49ers. None. It's over. Dallas, Bonzology, I didn't mean to click on. I meant to. Dallas will not win a playoff. I agree with you. I think that's where it's headed. Because they're going to have to go on the road. Philly Shakedown, who do you think has a better chance of playoffs, Giants or Commanders? I think the Commanders right now because they're playing better football. The Giants haven't won they're like 3 games. They haven't won a game. 2 losses and a tie. And the Commanders are kind of been winning, you know.
Well, I think the injuries are really cost effective too with the Giants. I think just the injuries are killing them too. So,
yeah. 500. How old did your profile? Oh yeah. Jerry Jones is 1,097 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to him. Dallas number 5 versus Brady round 1. Yeah, that could definitely be the matchup. Now, I think they would have a better chance to beat Tampa than the 49ers because Garoppolo's coming back. I think the 49ers are tough, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. A home field is so key. Warm weather and dome teams, bring your jackets. It's going to be cold. Number 1 playoffs come through Philly. I agree. That's why tomorrow is such an important game. Like you can't slip up right now. You have to keep winning. Steve H, thank you for super chat. He goes, "What up, fellas? What's going on, my man?" You know what I've seen a lot of, and thank you for super chat. But I'm seeing a lot of people say the Eagles are going to lose to the Bears. Like they think that they'll beat the Giants but lose. Like why does everybody think the Eagles are going to lose to the Bears? I think they're going to destroy the Bears.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's going to be close.
Unless the quarterback's too mobile on us. I mean, that's really the only thing that can really beat us. You know, that's like the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the quarterback. It's not even a worry at this point, but
I expect the Eagles to go in that Christmas Eve game. What are they now? 13-1. I think they'll be 13-1. I think Dallas is going to be 11-3. And it's going to be interesting. Now, if the Eagles win that game, that would take the Eagles to 14-1, and that would make Dallas, what did I say, 11-4. That game, it's over. The division's over at that point.
Right.
Dallas is winning the Super Bowl. Face reality. What reality? There's not even any signs of that. I'm sorry, I'm falling behind here. You know. Yeah, I don't know. Did you hear anything on the? Because Brandon said the Giants have multiple injuries. Leonard Williams and Barkley have injuries. I saw the reports where they're saying Barkley is literally really 50-50. Like he did practice on Friday and go through reps, but he's literally 50-50.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything of Leonard Williams. Last I heard, he wasn't even practicing. I don't know. Do you think Leonard Williams is playing?
Yeah, I heard questionable for Barkley, and the Leonard Williams thing is new to me. I didn't even hear that unless
Yeah.
Unless I missed it. I probably missed it. Maybe that's gonna be a big hit at DT.
Why are these guys getting timed out in my channel? Oh, well, yeah, you can time him out for saying that. Fuck that guy. Never mind. You say he hurts Thursdays. Don't hide him.
Great.
Just time him out.
Classy. Good job.
Yeah, classy
idiot.
cowboy. Flozzy says, "Ain't no way in hell the Giants can stop the reigning MVP Jalen Hurts and the Batman, swole Batman, skinny Batman, fast Batman." I agree. Now, for selfish reasons, I really want, and thank you for the super chat, my man. We appreciate it. I really want Devontae Smith to have like 200 yards tomorrow, because every time he has a big game against the Giants, it's going to drive them nuts. It's going to drive them nuts that we jumped them. Remember?
Yep. 3rd round pick.
MLF.
That's it.
Yeah. MLF, thank you for super chat. He goes, Philly, why are General Awards so hard to cut off at home? Dude, I've never had this problem. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't know, man, but I wish you nothing but the best. Steve H, thank you for super chat. He goes, more yards, Barkley or Sanders these plays? Sanders.
100%.
I think Miles Sanders is going to have a big game tomorrow. I think Miles is going to have a big
that
game.
1K.
Yeah, exactly. See, Philly News says, ESPN ranked Jalen Hurts as the 2nd best quarterback from the 2020 NFL Draft, only behind Joe Burrow. With the way he's been playing this season, Hurts deserves to be above Burrow. If you take Hurts this year, I agree. However, if you look at what Burrow did last year, you got to give it to Burrow. So I would say, how about 1 for 1? They're 1-1. You know, let's see what the years bring. You know, let's see.
Bengals been playing better too this year. They've actually been playing a little bit better.
Yeah. Ishel says, stir that gravy, win that belt. I got my calculator. Calculating the calculations, baby, out of cornbread. Steve H says, more yards, Barkley or Sanders for plays. I think we answered that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We said Miles. I think Miles is. Philly White says, we don't know how the injury in this. Yeah, we don't want injury. I don't even want to like talk about.
That's horrible. That's just
Dougie Fresh. Thank you for. You've never heard me ever say, I hope a Cowboy player got hurt.
Right.
Or I hope a Giant player. I would never wish that on anybody. Dougie Fresh, thank you for super chat. He goes, Birds winning 23-17. What the hell is about you think Hurts tears his ACL? I think that you're watching too much porn. That's what I think. I don't know where you come up with these fantasies. We got 702 people in the chat. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. You definitely don't want to miss it. That's the person that says that is one of these guys that sit there and think, oh, maybe some girl's gonna come up to me and like start taking her shirt off and like just throw herself all over me. And then they go throughout their whole life never talking to a girl because they don't know how to talk to girls. That's what we're dealing with. It's the same mentality. I know this because I have an OnlyFans account. I do squat cobblers. And I see it all the time. They're afraid.
Yeah.
Wishing injury or hoping injury on somebody is stupid.
You're a flat out piece of garbage if you do that.
Listen, and if you say it in here, that's your right. You can say it. I'm not gonna hide you for saying it. But I think it's classless, you know. I don't know why people are deleting MG's comment. Big Dexter Lawrence will shut it down. That's not reason to we're not gonna start blocking every comment though. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Right.
I hate censorship. You know, there's only 3 rules. Now, if they're going to ask her, you want to throw them a little quick timeout, fine, I'll take it. But no hiding people and no weak shit delete. We are not Mark Holmes' channel. We do not delete comments and hide people because we don't like that they have a different opinion about their teams. I ain't doing it. Philly News says the Pound Eagles are the only undefeated team versus current playoff teams this season. 3-0 wins over Vikings, Titans, and Cowboys. There you go. Yeah, and you think about it. I mean, the Vikings are the number 2 seed. And the Cowboys were what? The 4th seed right now? Well, not the 4th seed, but 3rd best record in the conference. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I don't know. What's on my OnlyFans? Squat cobblers. We do squat cobblers. Let's see. Speedface says top quarterbacks in the league: Mahomes 1, Allen, Burrow 3, 4 Hurts. Die-hard Eagle fan, but I'm just being real. But I will say this: Hurts with his brain has a higher ceiling than the others. If I based it just on this year alone, okay, I'm gonna go Mahomes 1, Hurts 2. To be honest with you, now if you're dealing it with like in the course of the last several years, then I would say Mahomes 1, Allen 2, and then I would probably agree with that if you're going totality of the years.
Yeah,
You know what
Burrow
I'm
would
saying?
be yeah, Burrow is going to be higher because of last year. If you add last year, yeah, he'd be above
Right.
Jalen Hurts. But
Yeah, MLF, thank you for super chat, my man. Hurts genital warts. I don't know anything about genital warts. I'm sorry. The Eagles will destroy the Cowboys on Christmas Eve. I think we will. These people are crazy. Cowboy fans are really like they're really worked up this week, dude. I'm telling you. That game versus the Titans, what they saw us do scared them. It did. Scared them. That one Eagles fan says, "How's it going, fellas? I look forward to this podcast every week. Thank you guys for what you do. Can't wait for the game tomorrow. Thank you.
appreciate it,
We
man.
appreciate it so much. Appreciate it so much. Allen is the best quarterback in the league. He's very good runner and passer. He's better than Mahomes. Allen is much better than Mahomes. The thing with Allen this year is too many turnovers.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
that he's had a lot of. He's got to cut those turnovers down. You know, I think that's a big deal. I really
Even
do.
Mahomes has had some bad throws this year at crucial moments. I mean, they look at the teams they've lost against too. But I know that's not the main important thing. But you look at the throws that he hasn't made. Hurts is definitely one up on him when it comes to the passing.
Yeah.
Category.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, listen. The thing I always go back to is if you look before the season, who are people comparing Jalen Hurts to? Kyler Murray, guy here, guy there. Now they're talking about him with Mahomes and Josh Allen. That's
great.
That's good enough for me. Humble Philly fan, thank you for super chat. He goes, think we get 2 losses, nothing to play for week 18. So you think those losses are going to be because we're sitting guys? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Depends when we lock up the division and that first seed. Now, if they get it both done early, say they get it done by that Cowboys game. What do you do the rest of the games?
I think you have to play the guys. I would probably play half. Like I would do like a countdown backwards to like preseason. So each week they play less and less. So the first week you play a half or 3/4, you pull them. Next week a half, then a quarter, then they don't play. Yeah, I like that. That's it. A fan of Eli says your OnlyFans is popular in men's correctional facilities. No, actually, it's very popular on Wall Street. Correctional facilities, a lot of them don't let them access the internet. So, Jovan Brooks, thank you for super chat. He goes, much love to Philly 500 coming from a Cowboys fan. You're honest and love your humor. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to play Dallas. It's going to be interesting. D-Man says we have to beat the Saints even if we lock them. Okay, so here's an interesting question.
Tough one.
You have everything wrapped up, and
right.
if you beat the Saints, you potentially get a top 2 pick. Do you tell your players, your coach, you got to start everybody?
You got to make a decision for that game. That's important.
That's crazy, right? Because the players don't care, I don't think. But
no,
I think you got to do it, It's crazy. Man, it's gonna this Christmas Eve game with the Cowboys, because I could just see the Cowboy fans, they're going off. It's gonna be crazy, that game. That lead up to that Christmas Eve game is gonna be just about as big as it gets, man, in a regular season. Chuck Dave for super chat. He goes, Eagles will lose 1 to the Giants and to Dallas. Well, let's say they lose 1 to the Giants and Dallas. Let's say they lose the last one to the Giants and they lose 1 to Dallas. If they lose 1 to Dallas, they're still a game up on them. because they still got one extra win. So
True.
the Eagles would have to win out. And if they lose to the Giants the last game, assuming they sit in their starters, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. It could happen, Richie MC says, them boys 9-3, probably not even a Cowboys fan, just a troll. Probably. Most Cowboy fans aren't like that, listen, you have good fans and bad fans in every fan base. There are good Cowboy fans and bad Cowboy fans. Samuel Rowe, a.k.a. Professor O. Burner account. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, y'all booed hurt Irvin with Tyron Boyd's best offensive in the NFL. You know why? It wasn't that they – let me tell you. I'm going to tell you what they booed. They were not booing Michael Irvin getting hurt. This is the most the biggest mistake. They were booing Deion Sanders, who was doing this dance prayer thing, going around Michael Irvin while he's laying down. He was doing something, prayer thing, and it was like people were booing him doing that. That's what they were booing. They weren't booing Michael Irvin getting hurt.
Yeah, right.
But they always say that. It's like, oh, well, they threw snowballs at Santa. Yeah, but Santa was drunk. I would have thrown snowballs too. You take your kid to the game and Santa barely can stay on the whatchamacallit? Boom. Hosea Jones, thank you for super chat. He goes, thoughts on Saints? Fine. What do you mean? Line? I don't know what's the line. I mean, I think the Saints stink.
Yeah, they're horrible.
But
who they have this week? I forgot who they have this week.
But Jose, thank you for super chat. I appreciate. I think they're on a bye week.
Oh, they are. No, they are. You're right. They are on a bye week.
So I if there's a fine or something, you have to fill me in. Ray Bello, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sam says, is Maddox playing? Rest him if he's not 100%. We need him for the long haul. He's active. He's going to play tomorrow. I don't know how many snaps he'll get. I'm sure, I'm sure it's going to be
hopefully more than
limited.
Yeah.
Philly News says wide receiver A.J. Brown was fined $13,261 for unsportsmanlike conduct for spanking the goalpost with his towel. That's ridiculous.
A goalpost, dude. Like, what? What?
That's crazy.
Not even like you're at your own stadium. like what the? It's crazy, dude.
But I will say this: $13,000 for AJ Brown is like me getting fined $10. It's peanuts, dude. It's peanuts for him. It's a lot for us.
Do you think it's more? Do you think it's more like talking about the penalties in general? Like these players getting fined. Do you think it's more unprofessional to for the Cowboys to be jumping in the Salvation Army?
Yeah,
thing?
I would think that is more of a whatchamacallit.
That's
right?
what I would think.
I think they should. Dude, the Cowboys ran up that game against the Colts, dude. It was so. I can't believe they did that. I just can't believe it. George says the Saints coaches and players what were they fined for? I didn't even hear that they were fined, but what were they fined for? I want to know.
For hiding injuries. Hiding injuries.
Yeah. Hold on. MLF says, let me read this before I okay, she got very tag teamed. Oh, you should be very proud of her then. That's something to be very proud of. I'm sure daddy and mommy are all happy,
What the
Maybe he misspelled it. You know what I mean? Maybe he misspelled it and it just sounds bad. Millie Fee says, the Saints were fined. Yeah, they were fined for faking injuries. So this is actually significant because if you look, especially that Green Bay game or which game was it? They kept falling down. It was so fake. I think that affects teams. That actually helps the Eagles because teams are always trying to slow us down some way,
Mm-hmm.
So I actually think it's actually a good thing and it helps the Eagles. And I think you should get fined for faking injury.
I think you missed super chat.
I did.
Jose Jones and Ray Bello.
Yeah, we got the Jose Jones one.
Ray
Bello. And then Ray Bello we got too.
Oh,
he didn't say anything.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Ray. Yeah. So that faking injury, teams do it against us all the time,
Yeah, a lot.
How did you feel about what Baker did on Thursday? My honest opinion is if I knew Baker Mayfield was going to do that and that game was going to turn, I would have streamed that game. I thought that game was going to be so bad. I was like, people don't want to watch this, you know? So it was cool. I mean, question is will he be able to develop with that coach? We'll see, you know?
Turnaround. Doubt it. But.
Yeah. The Commanders match up well with the Eagles. Giants can't win this game. The thing with the Commanders is I really think that it was how they play. I just think that the time of possession was so great for them that they kept the offense off. It was a good strategy. I don't know how often it would work. Because let's say you take the fumble by Quez Watkins late in that game, I think the game comes out different. If he doesn't fumble, I think the Eagles win that game.
Oh, 100%. I think on both. I think the Dallas Goedert fumble, which obviously was fumbled because of that injury, but with his helmet being taken down. But
yeah.
But look what Quez has done since that. I mean, not giving up a few touchdowns, got a touchdown for in 2 games. So,
yep. Joe Salisbury says, "Hey Philly, what was your bet with Pizzle?" So Pizzle and me have a bet. He has a championship belt that says he's a 60-minute man and all this stuff. I want that belt. If we win, I want that belt. If I lose for the week, he's going to have access to my channel. And every day he's going to be able to post whatever he wants on it. And I'm just going to have to take it. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I have confidence in my Eagles, and I had to take this bet. I had to take it. So we'll see. Torreville, what's up, my man? He says, I think the Eagles' defensive line was overconfident against the Commanders in the second game because they dominated the first game. Washington wanted the second game more and got enough turnovers to win. Yeah, they had a lot of turnovers. What do we have? 4 turnovers that game? It was a lot of turnovers, But also, I think the defense was tired in the second half because literally they were on the field most of the first half. But as bad as we played, we still should have won that game, And then I'm sorry, but that was horrible with the Brandon Graham the way that ended. Now, I'm not mad at him, but it just sucks because we were going to get the ball back there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, listen, I really viewed that game as, look, you're not going to win every game. You got to lose some. Something's going to happen. You're going to lose a few games. And that's how I looked at it, So.
Yeah, but look how they bounced back. You know what I mean? Even after we want to see what they would look like coming off of a loss, and they look great. And we've had some, couple games on defense that look great, but they've bounced back pretty well.
Yeah, Philly's weaknesses, they have been flat for several games. They were flat against Washington and early against Jacksonville. Yeah, they went down 14-0 against Jacksonville. Came back. The Washington, the second game, they were very flat. Yeah, but I thought last week's game. I thought last week's game was their best game all year,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we do play down to the competition, and I don't expect it to be a blowout. I think it's going to be close early, but I think it's going to kind of veer towards the way this game went. Maybe not as many points and as big of a point differential, but I think it's going to be the same situation. Giants are going to have a hard time having to throw the ball to get back in the game. That's what I think. Glizzy says, Philly Shakedown, which Batman do you think goes off better yet? Well, who's offense and defensive players of the game tomorrow? All right, so give me your offensive and defensive player of the game for the Eagles tomorrow.
I think Hurts will just because he's going to use his legs. And I think because of the Giants down to 2 backup corners, I think whether they double team A.J. Brown, I think Avonte Smith will probably have a really big game. And I like they've been using him more vertical, which I really do like. They did that last week with him. They're not just using him on comeback routes and stuff like that, like the short throwing. Defensively, I think it's going to come down to Reddick and Josh Sweat. I mean, I've really liked Josh Sweat's been playing really good. Obviously that, the defensive tackles are helping so much right now. I think Sweat and Reddick are going to have big days. One of them will have a bigger day this Sunday.
I think the Jalen Hurts pick is really good because I think Hurts is going to go off tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say somebody different. I'll say Miles Sanders. I think Miles is going to have a big game tomorrow. And then defensively, I'm going to go Bradbury. I think Bradbury's going to kind of steal the show tomorrow because it's his old former team. I think he's going to make a big interception in that game that's going to come back and haunt the Giants. And they're going to be talking, why did we get rid of this guy? That's what I think is going to happen. So I'll go Bradbury and Sanders as my players of the game. Kathy says, Hurts has so much confidence. That's what makes him really good. He does. I mean, he does. And the way he beats teams. I mean, you look at like the Colts game, right? The Colts game and the Packer game. He beat him with his legs. The Titans game, the Minnesota game. He beats him with his arm. He can beat you either way. And that makes him dangerous. I mean, how do you stop it? The only way you stop it is you got to be able to score points on the Eagles, or you have to keep that offense off the field. I think they're a very hard team to play. And then you take that and you put the Eagles in home field situation throughout the playoffs. I don't see anybody beating them in the NFC.
I don't either.
You know? That's what I think. Nat Love says, point for the Eagles to win a division when it comes to you and the Cowboys. I only lose sleep when the Cowboys win as far as NFC East. Now, I understand that, Nat Love. Now, you guys are going to get another shot at Dallas. I'm curious to see how that game goes because I think Washington is playing much better football now than earlier in the year, you know?
True.
Giants need this more than the Eagles. They do. That is true, and that's always a situation where you got to worry about things is when teams are more desperate, you know? But the Eagles aren't 2-3 games up on everybody. Minnesota is literally 1.5 game back. Mm-hmm. We can't afford to slip up. Now, if the Eagles do lose tomorrow, I lose the bet and stuff. But as far as the Eagles go, even if Dallas wins, they're still a game up.
Right,
they're still a game up. They still got to beat them on Christmas Eve. Nothing changes, you know. Let's see. You can tell when Hurts gets in a groove because he makes it look effortless. Absolutely. You said both his corners are out for the Giants tomorrow, and McKinley too, right? Xavier McKinley's out too.
Yeah,
he's not ready.
Because he had the ATV accident to his hand, so he's still out. They're a mess right now.
So I think defensively, I think they're going to have a hard time against the Eagles tomorrow. I mean, to be honest with you, the bad weather actually favors maybe the Giants.
It does
if it can slow up the Eagles' offense, you know, a little bit. So we'll see. Joseph Santiago says the Giants are in rebuild. They have practice squad players and they're starting receiver. Yeah, enough. Yeah, listen, Giants have fell off a little bit. They're scrappy, though. They're well coached. They're scrappy. And I don't care when you play a division rival. You can throw the records out the window. It's always a tough game. I think the Eagles will cover, and I think they'll win, maybe by 10 points in the end, maybe more. But I think for 3 quarters, it'll be close. I do.
Could be.
That's just my opinion. Angie said, hey, Philly, you have the best content, and I adore it. Thank you. Can't wait for the stream tomorrow. I heard you do OnlyFans. Could you please send me the link every so often? I stuff football up my kid. Yeah, sure. I would love to, Angie, and I appreciate all the wonderful comments. And it's so nice. And if you join my OnlyFans, I will give you a 10 free day pass. How about that? We got some beautiful giant cherry pies ready for squat cobbling. Where do these people come from?
I don't know.
I don't see these. It's never anybody else's chat. Is Leonard? I don't know. I don't think Leonard Williams is going to play. It sounds like he's not going to play.
Let me check this. I want to check this.
We would check it, Angie. Tortyville says, I hope Angie uses the flame footballs to make it easier.
Oh, he's doubtful.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing. Yeah, I don't think he's playing. Man, everybody's fascinated with my OnlyFans. I mean, I've been having this thing we've been talking about all year. Now they all know. What does Philly do on his OnlyFans? No, I do squat cobblers. If you don't know what a squat cobbler is, type it in YouTube. You'll find out. Big Mac says, stay focused 1 week at a time. Listen, 1 week at a time. That's it. Wait. Kathy says Big Mac's been saying the same damn thing. I'm sorry, I missed the comment, Big Max. I didn't even see. That was the first time I saw it. So I'm sorry, but I'm sorry you had to keep typing it. So I don't mind if somebody wants me to see something, they keep typing, as long as they don't over flood you, you know. Let's see. Miles Sanders is going to have a huge game if it rains. May hit 1,000. Yeah, I think so, Ian. I think Miles Sanders is going to go off this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Tortiville says, 5, you need to incorporate the eggnog with the squat collars. Oh, yeah. The egg squat nogger. I like that.
Holiday edition. Holiday edition with a Santa cap.
Yeah, we need a shirt. Like we need a shirt, me like squashing down, like squishing down, like dressed in that baby clothes. Like the dude in Better Call Saul. Remember that? I love it.
Yeah.
Tone King, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. $500. Do you like Jack in the Box tacos? Yeah, sure. I think I had them one time. Let's see. Joey, will you do a Madden game predict against the rain and 50% tomorrow? So are you doing those Madden things still?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have a brand new setup with a built PC next year, so my whole setup's gonna be different next year. So by next year, I'll be able to do all that. So the Madden thing will probably happen most likely next year, not this year.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's bad luck, so I'm not doing them anymore.
Do you? Yeah. If you haven't done it this year, don't start now.
I'm not.
Don't start. Joe says, I honestly think that if you look at our team, we have very little weakness. I think the biggest thing is keeping the turnover battle going our way. I really love to see some big picks tomorrow. Yeah, I would love to see some big picks tomorrow. I think the weakness really has been special teams. I think that's the biggest weakness on this team. And then I think that the run defense hasn't been good. But after last week only giving up 30 yards to Henry, how am I going to sit there and complain about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Dak 2-0 says Tubby. Yeah. Do you still play? I have. Yeah, I play the VR NFL. It's pretty cool. I got to admit. I like it. Cole's Cowboys here. He says, Joey, let's play Madden.
Yeah, you'll kill me, so it don't matter.
I'll kill.
I love that picture. I love that picture you put up where you're like you lost your Madden game and it was like you got killed and you have that face. That picture you have of the score of.
Yeah. Where I got destroyed. Yeah. Oh man. 500. Can you compare this team to 2017? I mean, you can do it on paper. The one thing is the 2017 team won. They won. So right now, that's the big difference. Right. But when I compare the team talent-wise on paper, I think this team talent-wise is better.
100%.
I actually think they're better. You know, and if you look at somebody put up this like Wentz's statistics compared to Hurts's statistics this year.
Very close.
Statistics are better than his 2017 statistics.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why you. I didn't time you out. What'd you get timed out for? I don't know what's going on with
somebody
probably. I'll go back and figure out who's timing out everybody. I don't know why. You gotta stop timing people out. I can't take timeouts. I just can't. I hate it. I feel like I'm in like elementary.
You can't say this.
Go to the corner. You get a timeout. You get a timeout. You get a timeout. It's like, oh, come on, man. 500 Tubby 500. You and Joey Fatboy Shakes are my favorite fat kids in football. Man, you just give me so much confidence in my life. I think I'm going to the fucking buffet. Keep it up. Love your channel. Just remember, past the second round of playoffs, I didn't make any bets with you. I didn't make any bets with you. I hope Devontae Smith has a big game against the Giants tomorrow so I can laugh at this some. Yeah, I would love to see Devontae Smith. I'd love to see him have a big game tomorrow just because it would drive the Giants crazy. You know what I mean?
100%.
Joshua says, love from England, guys. Right back at you. Right back at you. Philly, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown need to double moves on Diggs and it's over. Diggs always falls for. Yeah, I think so. Diggs does not scare me. Yeah, Wentz had 33 passing touchdowns. If you look at it though, Wentz at the time we're at right now and Hurts are very similar. What's Hurts? Hurts got 20 touchdown passes right now.
I think so. Let's see.
He's got a legitimate shot at 30 touchdown passes. Plus, what thing with Hurts is he's got 8 or 9 touchdown runs.
Yeah, that's the difference.
I think he's got 20 total touchdowns. You know, that's big, dude. MLF, let me read this. Thank you for super chat. Oh, but you don't read mine when I'm tipping. Ironic. Oh, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
Super chats.
But I've read every comment that he said. What does he mean? We've literally read every comment. It just I have to be careful of his comments because of certain things he said. You know. Philly, did you see how much Hurts has improved? His completion percentage is up 11%. His yards attempted has gone from 4 to 5 yards, over 17 yards attempted. His play, yeah, it's unheard of. It's unreal. I don't know that I can remember a guy making the jump he made. You know, what were we laughing at?
Someone asked something.
What is a squat combo? That one?
Is it kid friendly?
No.
No,
it's not. No. Guys, scratchy blocks to the left. I don't know what they said. Prime Vic was awesome. Lions have a great shot. I think the Lions do. I agree. The Seahawks will end the Eagles' run. I'm sorry, but I do not sweat the Seahawks even a little bit. Even a little bit. You know. But the Brandcast Wentz never sat in second half of the entire season until his injury. True. Yeah, I don't know, man. Score predictions. There you go. We're over. Jesus, an hour and 20 minutes. Damn, why didn't you tell me we were? All right, so let's start to round this thing out. I thought it was like 45 minutes in. You know. So what is your score prediction for tomorrow? Do you have one?
I think 35-17. I think they put a big whooping. Even with weather, I think they run the ball really well. I think they get some passes out. I don't think they're going to go deep too much in this game, but I think Hurts is going to get a lot of yards. I think he's going to put them in good position. I think defensively we're going to get after it. I think Saquon's going to get is going to. I would say Saquon's only going to get maybe 50 to 60 yards in this game. I say 50 to 65 yards. I think they win that way.
Yeah. That Philly Eagles Christmas album going for $500 on eBay. That's crazy.
It's nuts, dude. Yeah, they're selling them for. There's some over $2,000. There was one I saw yesterday at like $4,200.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wait till you see my album come out on eBay.
Oh no!
You see how much I get. Joe says, Phil, you better start pressuring Mark Holmes for a good bet Christmas Eve. I don't want to see any more weeks. No, he's not going to bet. I'm not even trying to bet him. I'm not. If he makes a bet, fine. But it was like pulling teeth to get him to bet last time. I just don't think he wants to do it. So unless he does it, I ain't offering. Sharon says, did you guys know that the Philly Christmas album sold out in 2 minutes on Friday? That's great. Did they have it? Is it on the internet? Like, can you go to iTunes and buy it, or is it just?
No, I mean once. I mean, that was for the vinyl. That was like for the record. Like the sign, it was all signed and everything. That's why they sold. So, I mean, they didn't anticipate to sell several times more than they really expected. Like, they didn't think anyone was going to buy it. But why would they even think that the way the season's going?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Clark Roberts says, and a Bradbury pick. Yes, that's what I think. I want a I think Bradbury pick tomorrow is going to seal it. That's what I think. I really do. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, to say the least. It's going to be a busy day for me. I have to get up I have to start my day at like 6 a.m. So it's going to be busy, and we'll be doing a post game show tomorrow night. It's good. It's going to be fun. You're streaming tomorrow, right?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, so Joey will be streaming. If you guys haven't checked the link in the description, go sub him up. I will be streaming, and it should be a blast, no doubt about it. Then we'll be doing a post game. I don't know if I'm streaming any other games tomorrow. As of right now, it doesn't look like there's anything to do. Like the Saints don't play, Dallas is playing, and who's Washington? Do you know who Washington plays tomorrow? I can't remember.
They might have a 4. I think they have a 4 o'clock game. I
think
could be wrong though.
4 or do they have a bye week? I don't remember, but yeah, I think I'm streaming Monday night, but I don't know if I think I might just be doing the Eagles tomorrow, so it should be fun.
Bye week,
definitely,
okay,
yeah. Bye week. So I like streaming games that have impact on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we'll see. But let me thank each and every one of you guys for joining us, and all those that came over for my OnlyFans to hang out with us and see me in this realm, not with my baby outfit on. I appreciate it. Wah wah. And of course, I hope people know that I'm joking around. Just because sometimes I get people that DM me and say, "How could you with children have a OnlyFans?" I'm like, it's a joke. I don't really. You'd be surprised. God. People are like, "How dare you? You have children. I thought you were a good Christian man." I'm joking. I'm joking.
Christian man.
I don't have an OnlyFans, but I you'll never hear me say that
because we like the show Better Call Saul. We got that from that.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Squad Cobbler comes from Better Call Saul, and that's what we just think it's funny. But so you'll never hear me tell you the truth about that again. So back to OnlyFans. But no, seriously, guys, you guys have a great night. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just ready for this game to get going, So it's time, man. If you guys haven't clicked the link, sub up my man Joey Shakes. You definitely don't want to miss it. And we will be back tomorrow for the game. And then of course, we're gonna have whatchamacallit. Oh, looks like we got a super chat here. Cruising, man. What's up with Cruising? There he is. Cruising, thank you for super chat. He goes, the Philadelphia Vultures are so overrated. I can't wait to see you guys get humbled. Go Big Blue. By the way, get ready to call Cop Pizzle daddy. Cruising, thank you, my man. I appreciate it. But you know what's going to happen. You're an old timer. You know Eagles, Giants. You know what's coming tomorrow. But, hey, be happy, But, yeah, no, we'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll be doing our post game tomorrow. I do have an unboxing I have to release. I just have to finish editing it. So that might come out too. But as far as that, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up and let Mark Holmes and his son and Cowboys choke season take us out. So you guys take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Play. We had one. Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker running from
a. To get off the field on third down. What was that bullshit? That is not.
Oh, wait. We got a super chat. I can't leave somebody hanging like that, dude. Flozzy, thank you for super chat. He goes, let the Eagles, Bradbury's. Let's go Eagles, Bradbury's revenge. Thank you for super chat, man. We appreciate it. With that said, now we're going to go. Peace. Bye.
Time for one more play. We had one. Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker running from a.
To get off the field on third down. What was that bullshit? That is not right. Tell him more. He's gotta be better, man. Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play. We had an opportunity to win that game at the end. But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us. I'm upset, but the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had an opportunity for one more play. Hi, Michael Anthony Fitness here, MAF.